This right here is a B9S5, and today we're going to be doing a full stage 2 full bolt-on build with 034 Motorsport. Now we have a few things on the table here. First up is this downpipe. It's a requirement for stage 2. Next, we have the P34 intake and a super duper turbo inlet with 034. This thing is absolutely massive, and it's going to enable this turbo to breathe much better, especially with the intake, and give us some awesome turbo noises. Next up is we have this eBay Rev 9 intercooler, better than the OEM stock intercooler, so it's going to support at least the stock turbo power levels. Next up, we have these 034 street density 60 durometer engine mounts. These 034 engine mounts are not just a stiffer durometer rubber, they're also fluid free, so not only they're going to last the life of the car. We also have these 034 upper control arms. These ones, well, are basically goners, so we might as well replace those for him as well. And lastly, we'll be flashing 034 Motorsport stage 2 ECU and TCU to get this S5 to over 450 horsepower to the crank on just pump gas. This downpipe is going to be sitting something like this right here. Well, with the downpipe installed, we're going to thread in the O2 sensor next, but let's move on to installing this turbo inlet. What I really like about the 034 turbo inlet is that it has a notch here. All you have to do is thread in this bolt into the turbo, and then the turbo inlet will slide right over that. Now we can tighten up both our turbo inlet bolts, and there's one right here. And with that, our 034 inlet is installed. 034 intake is super easy to install. It's gonna sit right where the OEM intake is and then connect to the silicone hose right here. And here's what the final product looks like. So we have all of our engine mount bolts removed, and you can actually see I removed the alternator as well as the AC compressor to make it easier to see the engine mounts. There's one, there's two. So here's our passenger side engine mount, clearly torn, and it has leaked out all of the hydraulic fluid. Here's our driver's side engine mount. This one looks a little bit better, but it also leaked out all the fluid. And as you can see, it already started to tear. These ones look amazing, and again, they're gonna be much stiffer. And here are the brand new engine mounts, 100% installed on the passenger side as well as the driver's side. So all we need to do is reinstall the AC compressor and the alternator, and then we can move on. So here we have our upper control arms, and as you can see, they are on their way out. So pinch bolt out, very nice. Now we can get these control arms out. So here are our old control arms. As you can see, the bushings have completely wore out. And here are the 034 ones. We already got one side threaded in, and this control arm is gonna sit right over here. So now we have our 034 control arms just hand tight, because we have to put the suspension under load and make sure that we torque everything down under load. Lastly, we have our Rev 9 eBay intercooler installed. It's not the biggest unit, and it's not the best fitting unit, but it does work. Now we need to top off the coolant, and of course top off the engine with some liquid moly 5W40. Now with everything nearly completed, this is going to be the first start. Woo! Yeah, baby. She's running. And we got a clean rumble. After 30 hours of labor all put together, this S5 is almost ready to go back to the customer.